What's up, guys? It is day 5 of 2026. Are you doing positive things in this world? Are you being positive towards yourself? Are you being grateful for the things around you and grateful for the things that you have? Because these are very important things to be able to better your mind, better yourself, and better your environment. We can't always have what we want, but we can be grateful for what we have. So I'm here to remind you every day of the week, every day, every single day of the year to be positive, be grateful, and put your best foot forward for 2026. So if you haven't said anything positive about yourself, say something positive about yourself. If you haven't said anything you're grateful for, say something that you're grateful for. And if you haven't made your bed, go make your bed, because we don't start our days with our bed messy, and we don't go to bed in a bed that hasn't been made, because that is how you start little disciplines. It takes one little step, one little change, one little thing just different about your day every single day adds up into an amazing experience. And it's going to be rough. It piles on. Yesterday I challenged you guys to tell somebody they have a cool shirt. I told somebody that had cool earrings yesterday. I think I told about six people that I like their shirts. So as I'm doing this stuff, or as I'm telling y'all to do this stuff, I'm also doing this stuff because I'm reminding myself. And I've been working on this since 2020, and it is something, it's like a heartbeat. You got your ups and then you got your downs. You got your ups and then you got your downs. And I am more or less blogging my experience this time, because last time I don't want to stay too far down. I want to keep going up, and then when I do have a down, I want to have a community of people who I can lean on, because y'all are all wanting to build up your lives and build up yourself and just enjoy life in general. So today's challenge is, I want people to think. I'm gonna do a reflection challenge, so that way y'all don't have to do anything. So I want y'all to reflect upon yourselves and think about, what would a healthy version of you look like? Who would that person be? What would that person do? What would that person say? And what would that healthy version of you look like? And think about it. Imagine it. Just put yourself in that mindset of what I would look like if I was the healthy person I know I can be. And that is y'all's challenge for today. It's not that hard. All you got to do is just sit down and think, reflect. So I know you guys can do it. I do it every day. I love reflecting. I used to be put into a situation to where I was in a depression instead of a reflection. What depression is possession. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I was depressed for over a decade. Just straight weight of the world, just weight of past, the weight of everything that I've ever gone through. It was so heavy, and it took years and years and years and years of just feeling the weight and feeling the depression and feeling the anxiety and just feeling it all, to the point to where I was ready to end it, man. I really was ready to end it. But what I've come to realize, because Jesus came to me in my spirit in a shower through a song. And I remember I yelled and yelled. Man, I would cuss him out, bro. I'm like, why would you put me through all this and all this fun stuff? And, I feel like that was a wrestle with God, because I would blame God for a lot of my actions. I'd blame God for a lot of other people's actions. And I would blame God of how I would feel, and not recognize the fact that I would put myself through it. So I remember I wanted to be prayed for, and I felt it in my spirit that I needed to be prayed for. I needed to fall on my knees. And then ever since that day that I got prayed for, I've been delivered. I was delivered from depression. So if you suffer with depression, you need a deliverance. It is a possession. And it's not it's not something you can tie emotion to, because you have an entity inside of you pulling you down, reminding you of things that is just going to consistently keep reminding you of those things until you're no longer with us. It is an attack from the enemy. And if I can tell you anything, do not give up. Continuously keep fighting. If you need to reach out to me, I will happily pray for you, and we will do our best. Find a church, approach the preacher, ask for prayer, ask for deliverance, because that is the only way, in my experience, that I have been able to get rid of depression. And it has been gone. It has been gone. Thank you, Jesus. It has been gone for 6 years. Just 6 years of I get sad. Don't get me wrong. I do get sad. Sadness and depression are two different things. Depression just, it's a low vibration, but sadness, it's okay to be sad. Like, it's okay. Sadness is an emotion that we experience, and it's okay to feel emotions. And that was another thing I had to learn how to do, is feel emotions. So reflect on yourself, reflect on what the best version of you would look like. And imagine that. Imagine what it would feel like to wake up as that person every day. Imagine what it would feel to talk like that person every day, to act like that person. Imagine what your environment would look like. Imagine the change that you could bring into the world if you became that person. So that is my challenge for you guys. And I pray, if y'all are going through depression, I pray deliverance. I pray that y'all can feel what I felt that day in the shower. Just felt that calling on my life, that knock on the door, that just fire in my spirit, and just that change in my life. And God, I am grateful for that every single day. So what we're also going to do is find a Bible verse, because that is another part of the daily challenge, is we find a Bible verse. You may not agree with the things I say, so listen. I just pick a Bible verse and I tell y'all what I get off of it. I am not a preacher. I am not. I have not fully studied the word. I like to say I have the gift of discernment, which I do have the gift of discernment. I be seeing stuff that nobody else sees. And when I read a verse, I may get something from it that you may not, you may not understand, or you may not get. And that's okay. It is completely okay. And if somebody has a different perspective, let's not be mean about it. Let's not try to call me out for doing anything improper. I'm trying to lead people to the Bible. That is all that matters. And at the end of the day, it takes one step at a time. And if you have a different perspective, present the different perspective. Let's have a conversation about it, because that is one of my favorite things to do, is to hear people's perspective of what they got from a verse, and then allow room for me to be able to talk about my perspective. Because this Bible, when you read things, people have different experiences in life. People have different views in the world. And they just have different life lessons that God has put them through. So when I read one verse, I may see something and hear something completely different than you. There is no one path, within a verse. There's so many lessons you can learn off of one Bible. There is one path, and that's Jesus. But I'm just saying, there is so many lessons you can learn, and so many different paths and perspectives you can learn off of just one Bible verse. And you need to be grateful. We are so spoiled as Americans. There's countries that this is contraband. There's countries that there's people that live off of just ripped pages from the Bible. They only have 1 or 2 pages, and they cling to those 1 or 2 pages their whole lives. And we are abundant. We have so much abundancy in this, and nobody picks it up. And that is something gratitude, man. You gotta be grateful that you have a Bible. You have to be grateful that you can open up the word, and that you can dig in and question people, and dig in and learn it for yourself. Just don't go to the preacher and hear what the preacher says. Dig into it and hear it. Read it. Do the things that read the Bible and become a lion. So let's find a Bible verse today. And I'm not going to always go for, I got so many different Bibles and so many different things that I could pick from. I'm not always going to read from this Bible. I'm going to read from the ESV, the New Living Translation, the New King James. And then I got a book that is just Jesus, all of Jesus, the verses Jesus speaks. So I'd like to, randomly pick out that so we can actually hear our Father talk and not just pick out every little thing in here. So we're gonna do the thing. I got it on Job. I've been reading Job, and I have to read it slow because, man, when I read, I get so much information off of just a few chapters. Ecclesiastics. My thumb is on this. So enjoy the chapter is called "Enjoy Life with the One You Love." Ecclesiastics 9:7. Go eat your bread with joy and drink your wine with a merry heart, for God has already approved what you do. Let your garments be always white. Let not oil be lacking on your head. Enjoy life with the wife whom you love, all the days and your vain, all the days of your vain life that he has given and are given you under the sun, because that is your portion in life and in your toil at which you toil under the sun. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might. For there is no work or thought or knowledge or wisdom in Sheol. That should be a word. Sheol, Sheol. Sheol. That should be. Or to look that one up. Sheol, to which you are going. So first off, I'm gonna grab my second phone and we're gonna look up Sheol because I don't know what that means. I ain't never heard that word. So I will say what I got from that is just be grateful. Be great. It says wear white garments and stuff, and when you're trying to lead a life that's Christly, be grateful for what's around you. Be grateful for if you have a wife. I don't have a wife, but be grateful for that wife, and just be grateful. Where was we at? It says, eat bread with joy, drink with wine, be with a merry heart. Like a lot of the things I've learned, Sheol. So Sheol primarily refers to ancient Hebrew concept of the underworld, the realm of the dead in Hebrew Bible, and shadow place where all depart souls go. So is that hell? It is surname often. Old Testament translates as Hades. So I guess that Hades. So it says, for there is no work or thought or knowledge or wisdom in hell, to which you are going. Cool. So there's people that would read that, just go past it, wouldn't even look up Sheol, but it's hell. It means, that's what it means, it's hell. So that's a good lesson for today. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the people around you. Be positive. Be merry when you eat. If you didn't know, your metabolism works differently when you're happy about eating instead of when you're depressed and eating. When you eat something in a depression, your body metabolizes it differently. Your body metabolizes it differently, and it holds weight. It makes you gain weight. It makes you fat. It makes you feel like crap, compared to if you eat something in joy, your body metabolizes it better. It goes faster through you. It becomes energy. It's a completely different thing. And that's scientifically proven that if the state of your mind when, and even speaking over your food and praying over your food has a huge impact over how your body metabolizes it, the food in itself. There's so many things that go with that. So pray over your food, be grateful for your food, be joy, and have a great day. I think that was a pretty good day. So this is day 5. Go make your bed. Love you guys. Bye.